Hello, everybody. In today's segment of a small business, I'd like to talk about how to negotiate with potential clients. Now, for a lot of small business owners out there, you don't have a lot of information available as far as how much to charge a potential customer. And I'm going to give you a couple of things you can do. So first off is, in talking to your potential customer and how much to charge, a lot of times what you can do is you can go back to your office and you can call your competitors and you can ask them, how much is it for X and X service, knowing full well that you're not going to go with them. You just need a rate as far as how much to charge your potential customer. And of course, what I would do, if you want to be competitive, not knowing if they're shopping around, just take 5% off whatever your competitor's rate is, and that's how much you charge for the service that your competitor would charge you. The next one is look to see how much the previous person that did the exact same job that you did. Maybe your client, the previous person left or got sick or whatever, they moved on. And in a case like this, what you can do is you can basically see how much they charge, like I was saying. And to do that, you'd of course, maybe look at their bank statements, invoicing, bookkeeping. What I would do regarding this, of course, do this incognito. Don't be so blatantly obvious, how much do they charge you or whatever. But, if you wanted to be a little more risque, you can ask, how much, if of course the customer is looking around and they're not so hesitant, ask them, how much is so-and-so, how much was so-and-so charging you? And of course, just, take off 2-3%. Another idea is sometimes in going into negotiations with a potential client is have maximums and minimums. And I know, we all think we can do this in our head, but we can't, because once you're in the midst of the situation and they want to negotiate low and you want to go high and, you're kind of desperate for a job, you got, 4 or 5 kids and you have your mortgage to pay, the money. Sometimes we negotiate down to zero. And a very good piece of advice, have a minimum. Whatever service you're in, the hair clipping business, the bookkeeping business, doctor, lawyer, etc. Say, okay, for this service, I'm not going to go below X dollars. And if it makes you feel better, write it down. That way, you just wrote a contract with yourself and you have a commitment. And stick it in an obvious place, in your office or on the refrigerator, wherever. And so just, you basically made a contract. And every time you see it, I'm not going below X dollars. Another good idea is to, like I said, write down 3 things: the maximum, the medium rate, and the minimum rate. And what I mean by that, so I have a little piece of paper here, and I'm going to show you to here. So what it is, and it's real simple. It's just $100, $50, $25. Now it's just, put whatever number is best and worst for you. But the top one is the maximum you think you can get. Medium is kind of a happy medium for a customer for your service. Bottom line, right here, I just put $25. Put whatever amount you want to do. And you put this in an obvious place. Put it on your refrigerator, put it on your desk, put it wherever. So when you're done negotiating and you're talking to this person, and you go back to your desk where you originally wrote this note, you're going to look at it and you're going to be a couple things. You're going to be really happy, medium happy, or just straight out depressed. But like I said, this is a contract you wrote with yourself. This will keep yourself in check. I can tell you in negotiations with people, some people are easy breezy, cool, just get it done. Here you go. Here's the fee, whatever. And other people, they just want to negotiate and negotiate and negotiate. And like I said, there's certain things, and like I said, we all get desperate. Things happen. And if you create a contract, real simple, to create a contract yourself, you can help yourself as far as getting the maximum value in it. So just keep these things in mind, and there is a certain amount. It's not a hard thing. So like I said, there's always some negotiation. There's always things we can do or things we can get around. So just kind of consider that when you don't know how much to charge for small businesses. Just a little bit about us. Myself and my partner, we have a bookkeeping business, 15 years of experience. We do small to medium-sized businesses, www.metroacc.com. We're fairly extensively in the small business arena, so we know our way around. Check us out, click like and subscribe, and see you next time.